In this video I try to explain the difference in the black. We have different pigments black, and also the names of the pigments are changing by brand. Lamp, permanent and carbon is the same pigment. Fine and charcoal is the same pigment. Bone and ivory is the same pigment. And iron oxide or marsh is the same pigment. How much difference there are in the blacks. So you go from grey to black, warm blacks, and this even I make a black from Mother Lake or Magenta with a deep blue, Phthalo blue, or a Prussian blue, and then you get an almost, if I move it you see it, it's almost a stronger black than the black out of the tubes. So I did a couple of things. I make a light print, I make a darker print, a more darker print. I add gel medium so they become transparent. I add inked, Liquitex ink, because someone told me that will be a good way, and I have to say it rolls better, but the colors stay too transparent. I put an Phthalo blue, what makes for some very black, other ones even greenish, and I put a magenta, and somehow that works as a very nice black. I will move them a little bit so you can see the difference in the colors. I make a yellow dot with a black dot, and we go to print the black one around, see how transparent it is. Here we use lamp black from Amsterdam, opaque. I try to roll a very thin layer. See how transparent for a non-transparent color. I try a little thicker. You still see the yellow. Do a very thick layer. That's nicely opaque. We add heavy gel medium Amsterdam. I add carbon black ink from Liquitex. I add Phthalo blue from Golden. I add magenta from Maris. Here we have all the Amsterdam lamp black, from thin to thick, and you will see that it becomes more opaque. With heavy gel it gets a gloss, but a little bit transparent. With ink it becomes way grayer. Then with Phthalo blue you get a blue shine, but you see with the magenta from Maris it becomes the deepest black. I printed the other 4 colors as before, and I will speed it up and show you the results. The most blackest one is Amsterdam lamp black plus Maris magenta. Number 2 is Amsterdam thick, but number 3 is Maris carbon black, and number 4 is the homemade Phthalo blue plus magenta. Number 5 is Liquitex heavy body Ivory Black mixed with Maris magenta. If you look to the most transparent one, I think you come to Winsor&Newton Ivory Black. You can all see the middle one. Reverse Marsh Black is more warmer, But I was hoping it was more opaque, but it's not. Amsterdam Lamp Black is like expected. It covers quite nicely. Maris Cardon Black was a surprise for me. I would never buy it in oil painting, but the coverage was very nice. You can see by fig number 3. Here I compare Amsterdam Lamp Black with Liquitex Heavy Body Lamp Black. I was hoping that Liquitex with heavy body will be way more it will give way more coverage than Lamp Black. But you can see Amsterdam Lamp Black is way better. And I even think that Maris is better than Liquitex for covering. Let's make a very deep black. I add heavy gel Amsterdam for making more transparent and a little glossy. I add ink Liquitex to give more pigment, so a little bit more body. And that I mix with the paint. I paint natural, and then I paint over Phthalo blue, then I paint over Magenta, and then I paint over a mixture from Magenta with Phthalo blue. Amsterdam and Maris become enormous deep. Liquitex Heavy Body Ivory Black. I expected that it will be the deepest black. It is the most thickest black, but not the deepest. I had inked Liquitex ink because someone told me that will be a good way, and I have to say it rolls better, but the colors stay too transparent. Transparency you find on the tube. Conclusie. For coverage I use Amsterdam Lamp Black or Maris Carbon Black because they're more opaque. And adding a little magenta makes the black look even richer. For depth you need transparency and a bit of gloss. I use heavy gel from Amsterdam to achieve that. For the deepest black I apply it over an undertone, usually a mix of magenta and Phthalo blue. If you want a stronger flow, I add Liquitex ink. Now I'm going to make my own mixture, my own black. Amsterdam Lamp Black with just a touch of magenta for solid coverage and a richer black. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.